y'all. Good morning. Good morning. I've had quite the morning. It's early. You hear me? So today is Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. And the time is 7:16 a.m. Wow. Did a lot of purging this morning. Releasing. I did. Sorry, y'all. I'm get dressed and shit. Just gotta get rid of some of that lotion. A little too much lotion. Let's see. And after I, took my shower and everything, I came and pulled some cards, and one of them was Alchemize the Pain. I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Because despite and in spite of, how we show up, how I show up, I still have to deal with life. You know what I mean? That's how, I keep my stability, is because I deal with what I'm dealing with, my emotions. You know what I mean? I don't try to pretend like shit ain't happening in my life. Of course it is. You know what I mean? But what can you do about it? You know what I mean? It's where I put my focus, right? If I can't control it, if it's out of my control, I give it to God, right? Because I'm not in control of nobody but me. You understand? So I had to learn that. I had to learn a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I really did. It's been quite the journey for me. And I can say that. And part of, what I was, reflecting on this morning was how I grew up by myself, alone. You know what I mean? In spite of having, a roof over my head, because basically that's what it was, that was provided for me until I was able to provide for myself. I was alone. For real. Y'all don't even hear me. And I was wondering, about, my walk, my life walk, my journey. And it's like, why? Now I'm into the why, am I being, trained, or cause when I reflect back on it, it's like I really walk by myself, besides God, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't want to say it like I feel sorry for myself, because I don't, because now I'm starting to see that there is something that I'm here to do. You know what I mean? I'm starting to get it, right? But it's more. There's more. Yeah, I can say I was built for this, right? Because I was literally built for this shit, right? Sometimes I don't see the magnitude, right, of what I've had to endure in order to get to where I am. I think I didn't really want to see, the purpose, right? Because, because it's like, it's a huge responsibility. It's not even a responsibility, because I already bear the burdens, right? I've already carried them. But it's a huge... it may make a huge impact. That's what spirit... I'm trying to minimize it, because... shit, that's a lot, right? To know... So then I gotta start acting like it. Oh, that's what it is. Now you gotta start acting like it. Stop playing with me. Ooh-wee. You got a firm foundation, though. It's all good, baby. This ain't just for me. Y'all know this is for you too. Whoever this is resonating with, this is for you too. Okay? Let's see what's going on here. How y'all doing this morning? Did y'all get rest last night? If you had to work, get you some rest. You can watch this later. You can watch it later. It'll be there. Yeah. Time is fluid, right? Whenever you're meant to see it. You also got to take care of yourself, right? Child, listen. Come on, Spirit. Firm foundation, 4th house. This is family. This is your environment. This is the people, the places, the things that where you are in your life right now. Your physical place, right? Everything around you is what's been created, right? Everything around you is what's been created by you. Purpose. Spirit, I love you. Empathy. You know something? Let me tell you something about forgiveness. Because this is something that, I think this is something that hurt me the most in my walk, right? Is because I have always been open to see, the pain, and I recognize it because, like now, I'm recognizing too, I walk by myself. I didn't have nobody to walk with me and say I had a best friend or a family member, a sibling, nobody. Y'all, every time y'all ever fucking see me. Now, I got friends, I got people around me, I got people, I know people and shit like that. Don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying, on a soul level, you know how you have that person or that somebody like a sibling that y'all are stuck like this, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Or I didn't have it. My siblings didn't grow up in the same household as me. You know what I mean? And then the one that did, we went separate ways. My parent was single parent, you know what I mean? And, she was dealing with herself, right? Because I had to really reflect on that, about how I felt about my mom, And the way I felt about my mom, and I can honestly say this from my heart, is I loved her unconditionally. I know she wasn't perfect. I seen that. You know what I mean? But I would dare not. Like that, you know how I say, I'm the only one that can talk about my mother. Because I whoop your ass, you talk about my mother. You understand what I'm saying? I'm that child. You know what I mean? But I never got it back. You understand? I was thinking about, how things have developed in my life. And what it all boils down to for me is, they didn't forgive me. For when I made mistakes, I wasn't forgiven. You understand? And when they made mistakes, I forgave them every time. I still do. You know what I mean? But I wasn't forgiven. I was tossed away. I wasn't any good. I wasn't useful. My mistakes were too egregious, right, to warrant respect and empathy and to be held and supported, through my trials and tribulations. That wasn't given to me. And I can say that with honesty. That's from my heart. That's because that's what I realized. Everything that I've ever done, it was held against me. It was used as it was weaponized on me. And everything that they did, there's things I know, they know I know it. I ain't never said nothing to nobody. Because I know they ain't perfect. But I love them unconditionally. You understand? That's the difference. That's why, I say I walk this path by myself. Because if it wasn't for God, because I swear, because a lot of times I wasn't even focused on God or doing anything godly. And when I say godly, it means upright. That's all I'm saying. It's upright. With integrity, with respect, with character. That's what I'm talking about. I was in addictions, and I was, sexualizing things and doing immoral things by my standards, not by yours, mine. Right? I had to raise my own vibration, and when I was going through that process, God held me. Wasn't nobody else there. Do you hear what I'm saying? There wasn't nobody else there. When I had to go through the treatment center, nobody was there. I did that shit by myself. I didn't even see my mother until I ran into her on the street when I came out after 18 months. Right? And I shared some things with her that I had realized in my healing. But I got no empathy. But let me just interject something right there. I had to learn how to not hold it against her. Just like I did before I learned how to heal myself. Right? Because I love them. All of my kids, my exes, my spouses, I love everybody unconditionally. But when I made a mistake, Spirit said, it's because you were too perfect. You were too good. You were too good-hearted. They needed to make you feel like you weren't all fucking that. Golly. That's sad. Whew. Well, thank God I learned how to forgive myself, and I learned how to alchemize that pain. You know, I had to use it to help build me up. And how do I do that? I share it with y'all because I know somebody else is going through that shit. I know it. At some aspect of my life, there's somebody else that's going through it. And I'm not ashamed to tell you about it because you know what? Because I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of anything that I've done because it doesn't make me who I am. It helped to shape me into who I am, but it's not who I am. My experience is who I am. Now, if you're into science, look at the data, right? Look at when you put all the ingredients together, what came out? What did you get? Right? I forget the language, but you know what I'm saying. Come on, make it make sense. Don't let people trick you with their words, with the illusions. Okay? Don't do that. Don't let people trick you with that shit. With that optical illusion shit. You ain't seeing what you seeing. That ain't white, that's black. Spirit, what's the message? Neptune energy. Could be dealing with the Pisces, the illusion energy. Let's read. Listen. Your third eye is open. Rest and rejuvenate. This is where you took that time. This lag of the journey has been about for you. It's that rest and rejuvenation, right? Allowing God to heal you, allowing God to cleanse you, allowing God to let you use all of that shit and turn it into purpose. Pain into purpose. Rest and rejuvenate. You know, until this morning, it never dawned on me that I walked this path by myself. It never dawned on me because people was always around me, but nobody. People was always around me. You hear me? That's all I'm going to say. They was always around me. They could always see. You hear me? Pay attention. They could always see what was going on, which gave them opportunity to do what? Sabotage it. That's sad. Come on, Spirit. 4 and 1 is 5. Change. Listen. Look at this. Universe. Child, listen. This is the world energy here for me. Cycle closing, lessons being learned. Empathy, which is love, right? Because you love your neighbor as you love yourself. So if you ain't loving yourself, you ain't gonna love your neighbor. We know that, right? That's elementary, my dear. 1 + 1 is 2. Don't ask me where that came from. But I'm just saying, 21, 3, sharing. Could be going with the Gemini. Let's get some more numbers here. You could be dealing with the Leo, number 4, fourth house. Failure. Wow. What's the failure about? I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Right, you learned that. You learned that. And you also know that people are not perfect. We're human. We're not perfect. We were perfect. God couldn't use us. Right? We wouldn't need him. How about that shit? We wouldn't need him. We'd just be like on our own. In our own universes and shit. On our own planets. You know what I'm saying? If we were perfect. But that's not how we're being utilized in the universe, right? How the universe utilizes us. Like most things in this world, in the universe, it can heal or regenerate itself. We need to be able to do the same thing, or we're going to be a dying breed. Because if it's not for how we carry ourselves and how we treat each other, it's going to be from fucking disease. It's going to be from war, you know, and shit like that. You feeling me? Come on, Spirit. What else? What we got here? Discipline. Look at that. Yes. You realized you had to have discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Absolutely. Man, listen, you learned how to do everything by yourself. So it's not a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise to people to see that you can do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? See, there you go. Now you see how people were putting obstacles in your way. They've always known you could do what you're doing. They've always known you could do what you're doing. Prosperity begins. They've always known, and this is from the universe. This is for you. This is for you. Because, you know, you recognize that. Patience. Wow. You didn't give up on yourself. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Come on, Spirit. Wow. You have a very firm foundation. Continue to cultivate that foundation. Continue to have empathy for others because you recognize the pain. You recognize what people are going through. And that is your purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Yes, you do. Your awareness is on point. You get it. I heard. You get it. Right. Ooh, my ears are ringing. Lord. And discipline. You had to learn how to discipline yourself. So a lot of things you had to learn how to the addictions. For me, I had to learn how to detach myself from that, right? But it took time. It took a lot of being in treatment. I had to learn every single day, like how to make my bed, get up, go to a meeting, you know what I'm saying? And just be, you know, don't go where you're not supposed to be and shit like that. Be back in the house on time. It almost was like I had to raise myself. I had to relearn how to live my life outside of fucking drugs and outside of the people that did drugs and outside of the neighborhoods that ain't that near but drugs. I had to remove myself. Right? And those things take discipline, repetitiveness, daily use. You know what I'm saying? You know how, just like how you get a habit. You know what I'm saying? Daily use, you create a fucking habit. Now you're dependent on that habit because now it's part of your daily life. Not so much on your body because there's some drugs that can, but there's a lot of things that we can just release that shit, right? Food and stuff, you know, well, it may not be as easy, but you know what I mean? There's some things we can, you know, and those things that we can, we should. When we feel like we're being called to do it. Don't look, can't nobody tell you when it's time to do nothing but that spirit on the inside of you. That inner voice will tell you when you're ready to do something, and that's when we should do it. But sometimes we don't want to. Sometimes we're fearful. Sometimes we don't know what other people are going to think. We're scared we're going to be by ourselves. Ooh-wee, because that was my problem. But what I didn't recognize was, Lord, thank you, Jesus, was I was by myself anyway. I feel like had I known that, had I recognized that back then, I might not have stayed on the journey. You feeling me? But now that I'm here, it's like, well, shit, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do? You recognize it, but it's not to a point where it'll break my heart because I've already adapted to it. So it's like it's who I am. You know? All right, let's get some tarot. Whew, it's deep this morning, baby. Y'all talking to me, and I'm listening. Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? What's this? Are you listening? What's going on here, Spirit? I hear y'all talking to me. What you got to say about this here message this morning? What's the message, Spirit? Three, 333. Protection and divine presence is in the house. All these retrogrades have been mini review quizzes. And we have 4 of them all at the same time. This is like how do you say in the high school? Not the quizzes, but the what do you call them? Finals. When you get them all together, your finals. Yes, these are finals, y'all. Oh shoot. So what's this failure though? Oh, okay. You recognizing, the choices that you make, the things that you feel like are failures in your life. You know what I mean? And like I was saying about that unforgiveness energy, it's like you recognizing your people not forgiving you for your failures, but you've always been someone that has had empathy and forgiven others for theirs, right? But you never received that back, and that's only because people wanted to break you down. They didn't want. They were looking for any kind of way to make you not so look so good. You know what I'm saying? Anything that would taint your image, anything that would make you not look so loving and caring, and a lot of it, and another thing too, Spirit is showing me, is because the guilt and the shame they have around how they treated you too is starting to affect some folks. You know what I mean? But because that it came and it went back, it's like somebody wants to keep that hidden, right? That they never wanted people to know that this is you were genuinely like this, right? Because people don't understand the stories about why they don't fuck with you. That's what I'm hearing. Why they don't deal with you, why you're not in the picture, why you're not around, right? And there's these elaborate stories, you know what I'm saying? And while they may be true, come on, Spirit, while the stories may be true, what they fail to say is, and I don't want to forgive her, and I don't forgive her, and I don't forgive him. That's what they fail to say. They don't forgive you, or maybe they do say they don't forgive you. Understand that. Take that how it resonates. You carried a lot of burdens, baby. Amnesty. Look at that. Forgiven. Amnesty. God forgave you. Let's see what that means. I'm not sure. I can't remember what that meant, but I know I wrote it. Let's see. Amnesty. I think it's something around that, though. Pardoning and some shit like that. Let's see what it says, Google. Thank you. What does amnesty mean? An official pardon for people who have been convicted of political offenses. It don't have, but we know whatever offense it was, right? God forgave you, baby. God forgave you. An official pardon. An official pardon. Even if they don't forgive you God has forgiven you, and you forgive yourself if you haven't already. All right, get on with it. Look, you show up their weaknesses. What's going on here, Spirit? Spirit. Who the sun frees, he frees indeed. God forgave you, baby. God forgave you for whatever it was. Yeah. Even if it's true, it's true. You know what I'm saying? If it's true, it's true. But they made a decision. They don't forgive you. God forgave you. God forgave you. You could see, this is that energy of walking alone. But what it did, right? It pushed you. Some of you guys could be perfectionists. Some of you guys could have spent your entire fucking life trying to please other fucking people, trying to make up for the fucking mistakes. Ooh, hallelujah, Father. Come on now. And they had no problem making you fucking pay it. They wanted you to continue to pay for it. But Spirit said, who the sun frees in fucking deed. You no longer be held hostage to it. You hear me? You are free. The slaves, that's what it was too. Back in slavery days, when they started free, that was amnesty too. That was something like that. I might be wrong. That's all right. I ain't gonna have to say it. I ain't gotta say it. What's going on here, Spirit? Grant official pardon to. What is amnesty in simple terms? Pardon for wrongdoing. Thank you, Spirit. They refuse to pardon you. Yeah. You know how President, whatever, our president, how he pardoned everybody after they did what they did. Right. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Right. They thought they were rescuing you. They thought they were saving you. Who thought they were saving you? They thought they were rescuing you. Somebody thought they was rescuing you, saving you from something. What's this? Oh, Jesus, that silly rabbit. She can't come to our house today. We don't want her in our house today. I scared y'all when I did that. 44 could be significant. I see 4 and 4. Yeah, 21 and 1. So let's see. Let's put these together. January 21st, January 4th. What we got here? Every generation will be awakened. Wow. Every generation will be awakened. Ooh, so I think I said that. I think I mentioned that in a reading. Like, when this is a time for it's not just me. It's not just me, and it's not just people my age, is what I want to say. There's a lot of people in every generation. Some have already done this part, and they coming back around. You hear me? So that's why it says every generation will be awakened. Me, my mama, her mama, my daughter, her children, my sons, their children. That's how it's going to go down. That's how whatever you're doing here is going to reverberate. That's what Spirit's saying. All right? That's how it's going to reverberate. The energy's going to reverberate. Wow. It's going to affect every generation. What you're doing in this time right now is going to affect every generation. Ooh, wow. We'll be doing a lot of shifts. There's a lot of shifts going on too. 333, protection and divine presence. Yes, sir. There's a lot of shifts. I got my GED. I got the life experience and the education diploma. Like I got book smart and street smart. Book smart and yeah, we'll call it street smart. I remember what you told me to forget. Ooh. Somebody didn't want you to remember something. But you woke up, baby. I remember because of your discipline, what you told me to forget. I remember what you told me to forget. Somebody could have told you to forget something. They could have tried to get you to forget something. They didn't want you to remember something. Divine presence is here. What's that sticking out? Ooh, spirit. What you mad for? Ooh-wee. What you mad for? Because I remember what you told me to forget. Ooh-wee. What's going on here, spirit? Oh, what's up with this rescuing here? Who did they thought they was rescuing my collective, my soul tribe, my soul members? What's going on here, spirit? Okay, damn. They thought they were your safety net. Wow. Somebody thought you was coming back to them. Somebody wanted you to be dependent on them. And they tried to act like they was trying to help you, but this is the motherfuckers that was hurting you. Somebody thought you was coming back to them, that you needed them, that you were dependent on them. Yeah. That you were always gonna fucking need them in order to thrive, to make it. Safety net, nigga, what? You can't make it on your own. You're not gonna make it by yourself. Little beknownst to them, you've been doing it all your fucking life. That's giving me Peter Rabbit. Oh, no, not Peter Rabbit. The Briar Rabbit. Mr. McGregor's garden. He kept catching him in his garden. And all the time, every time he screamed, "Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Well, please don't throw me back into the briar patch. Please don't throw me into the briar patch." So he wouldn't throw him in there. He let him go. But, you know, he got tired of catching him coming in there, going into his garden, eating up his vegetables and shit. He threw his ass right in there. But guess what? I don't know what that part, but this part is, Mr. McGregor kept threatening to throw him into the briar patch. He kept being threatened to throw him in there. And, oh, please don't do that. But little did they know, that's why he was born in the fucking briar patch. He didn't know. No, he knew he was born in there, that even if he got thrown in there, he was going to be okay. You heard me? He knew he was going to be okay, even if he got thrown into the briar patch. Because that's where he came from. That's where he was born. In the briar patch. They thought they were your safety net. That's interesting. We got to get some more in depth with that. I got my head itch scratching. Head scratcher. Head scratching. Who is? Where y'all at? Who is this? Looking for a specific that thought you needed them. You're gonna have to find out. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna clarify that. We'll get back to it, because that's a distraction. That's a distraction. You know who it is. What's going on here, spirit? Mean girl shit. Wow, that's who this is. Somebody that's doing that mean girl shit. This is somebody that, try to hold your past against you. You hear me? Like that's some more unforgivable. You can never be saved from that type of shit. You can't come back from that. You trifling, you this, you're not worthy. You can't be trusted. You can't be around children and shit like that. Did you hear me? You can't be around children. That's what somebody said. You can't be around children. Somebody could even be saying that you're because I'm hearing that you're still into your addictions. Yeah, that's what they saying. Yeah, they trying to grasp at straws. Why am I talking like that? I don't know. Fuck it. Roll with it. Roll with it. I heard, look, there's a wolf around you sniffing to see if they smell fear or weakness. Pisces, trust your intuition. There's a wolf around you sniffing to see if they smell fear or weakness, Pisces. Trust your intuition about this person. I keep hearing, she did this. She did this. And she did this. Somebody want to keep that shit fresh. You hear me? And here's this. Yep. Somebody said they're going to keep it fresh. They're going to make sure every time you try to elevate, they're going to keep it fresh. They're going to make sure everybody remembers you were a crackhead. You were a prostitute. You left your children. That's what I heard. Time ran out. Somebody ran out of time. Somebody, look, they got a release. Ooh, spirit, you hear me? You hear me? Did you hear me? Did you hear me? I'm hearing, look at me now. Look at me now. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, man. Ooh, since they were unable to forgive, they will not receive forgiveness. Go figure. They will not receive forgiveness. So, whatever it is, it don't matter. Ooh, what's this? They tried to wait you out, but you didn't blink. Ooh-wee. You did not blink. They was waiting. Look, spirit, and time ran out. Look. They was waiting. You did not blink. Time has run out. Come on now. Let me see. They wanted you competing with family members. Look at that shit. They wanted you competing with family members. Wow. Child, somebody tried to wait you out. The spirit said, but you did not blink. You did not blink. I'm picking up a staring contest. Remember that shit when you was a kid? Maybe you guys used to do a staring contest when y'all were kids. If this is a family member, if this is a sibling or something, it could be a cousin, it could be a friend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that? I remember that shit. Ooh. Yeah. Somebody realized they lost the game. They lost. Because, time ran out. You didn't blink. You got me going in... Listen, nigga. You got me going in circles. Ooh, we friends of distinction. They got me going in circles. Round and round I go. God fills the spaces and the empty places. Oh, no, that's it. God fills the spaces and shows the true faces. Oh, shit. There I go ad-libbing. And shows the true faces. Ooh-wee. What's going on here? They go, G. Let it go, girlfriend. Alchemize the pain. You got amnesty, y'all. Y'all got amnesty. All these retrogrades have been mini review quizzes came on out. That's what it's all been about. What does friends of distinction mean? I know it's a group, but like, what is the definition of it? Because I'm thinking there's more to this. What does friends of distinction mean? They showed me the group. Let's see if they got anything else. Cause I'm caught up over you. Look at this, y'all. Fair weather friends. Yep. Caught up over you. I was finna look for the lyrics. No. I wanted to get some tarot. Didn't I say that? I said that, right? Let's see what's going on here. We're gonna chalk this up with the kipper. All right, Spirit. What's going on with my collective? What, if anything else, they need to know during this meeting? I said meeting. Then meeting of the minds. Meetings with friends of distinction. Hey. That's what I'm like. There gotta be a meaning to that besides the group, right? Oh, let's see what we got here. Official person. Remember, an official person can give you amnesty. An official person, 22 could be significant, has given you amnesty. You hear me? That's what's up. First card that flew out the deck. 22 broken down is 11. 11th house is blessing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Yeah. What's going on? Anything else? The little spirit said that's all you need to know is it's official. You have amnesty. Go on with your life. Thank you, spirit. You heard? Judgment. Courthouse. Yeah. 3 and 2 is 5. Pleasure. Go on with your life. Enjoy your life. It has been ruled in your favor. And yeah, enjoy your life. Listen, journey 10, it is complete, baby. If this ain't, listen, it is complete. You are free to go forward. It don't matter about nothing about how they feel, what they think, what they say. God has forgiven you. You have full amnesty. You can go ahead with your life. You have paid your fucking debt. And however way you had to pay that shit, whether they seen that shit, however they feel about it, ain't none of their fucking business. Thank you, Spirit. We have courtship and imprisonment. Somebody going to jail. Somebody going to jail. That's official. This could have been somebody you could have been in a relationship with. 4th house, family, definitely family. It says courtship on here too, so it could be either or. But somebody's going to jail, however, look, for being a false person. The number 8. Somebody was dealing with somebody you could have been in courtship with. Behind your back. Whatever. Look, we got a mature woman. Journey. I don't know where this mature woman goes. That's the false person. Yeah. That's how, yeah. And now whoever they was out here being false persons with behind your back. Alright, because there was somebody hiding in the background that didn't want to be seen. Alright, that person's going to jail or this mature woman is going to jail, right? This is over for you. But this person that's going to jail, whoever going to jail, they think about you all the fucking time. Or they in jail. You know what? Somebody in jail could want to tell you something too about this mature woman. That's a false person. Child, listen. That's gonna change your fucking life. You hear me? Somebody finna tell you something about this mature woman, how this mature woman was faking your life, and this is gonna change your life. You heard me? You heard me? Hoo-wee! There it is, knocking at the door. Boop, boop, boop. Who blesses on upon blessings, my love? Come on now. Yes. Ooh-wee. Now, who this community? Now, this is either the community around you, but you've been walking this path by yourself, baby. So, I don't know. Why are they here? What's the community? Toil and labor. Yeah, they watched you. Look, because you finna come out of that poverty, baby. They sat back and fucking watched. That's what the community did. They sat back and fucking watched you toil and labor, you fucking go through. The community is people around you. But you coming out that poverty, right? Yeah, high honor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You will be held in high honor because you had empathy. You forgave even though you were never, ever fucking forgiven. They tried to scar you with your shit. They tried to brand you with your fucking mistakes. You hear me? They tried to make you look like you were somebody that would never recover or change. You know? Man, listen. And they tried to make it so. That's gonna be their downfall, not yours. Yep, they should be fucking concerned. 33 again. What? 333. 33 and 333 came out. Look, they concerned. Now you think I'm lying? I'm flying. They concerned. They getting messages. They concerned. Distant horizons. What's happening in the distant horizon? Something about a house. Somebody's in bad health. And there go that journey again. Somebody could be sick somewhere at a distance from you. Maybe you're going to go see someone. Or maybe it's the person that's in prison that's sick. And you may go see this person in prison. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. Let's get one more thing and then this is one more thing and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Okay? Keep on smiling. Spread light. Even in the darkness, be the light. You know that what I was just said that was giving me Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory when they was on that boat and he was da 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 da. You know, being real philosophical and shit. You know what I mean? I remember watching that. I love that show. Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, the old one with Charlie, yeah, and Grandpa. Yeah. It says, oops, fuck out of here. What's going on here? This is your mantra today. Say it in a New Jersey accent to add emphasis. If bullshit shows up, give it a fuck out of here and send it on its way. This should probably be a silent mantra at work and school and pretty much anywhere in public, right? But it's still highly fucking effective, even when you keep it all to yourself. Y'all good. Y'all gonna be good, baby. Y'all good. I'm good. You know what I mean? It's just, like I said, had I realized a lot of things before I was ready to, you know, before God had, you know, built me up, got me solid, you know what I'm saying, enough to handle stuff like that so I can heal, man. You know, it all has to come out, you know, and then alchemize it. And then I come out here and I share it with y'all. So my pain shared is pain lessened, right? So that you don't have to feel like you're the only one. Or sometimes we don't even know what the fuck it is, you know, until somebody else says it and they go, oh shit, right? I'm just saying. I ain't afraid of it anymore. That's all. I'm gonna say that too, because I'm not. You know, I'm not afraid and I'm not ashamed. You know? I'm really not. This is life, you know. Anyway, get yourself around some folks that I don't want to say that have gone through what you've gone through, but people that will appreciate your presence and your purpose in this world. You know, it's like these people try to make you not nil and void here. Like you not purposeful at all, no use for you, right? Like you don't serve any purpose for anybody because you know you're this person, and it's like it's not just it's like it was targeted though. You understand? It was a targeted a thing. It was purposeful for them to show up your shortcomings and your failings and shit. Like it was purpose. That intent was to harm your image. You understand what I'm saying? And that's really sad. Instead of embracing and forgiving, they wanted to tear it down because I don't know. Maybe they got to forgive themselves for some things. You know what I mean? Or they use it to validate their own behaviors. You know what I mean? This is why I did what I did, is because you know, look what they did. Deuces, y'all.